in this ANS, what is this class called?
315? 351?
Contentious animal issues. We don't even know. But we're in this class.
With Matt Kennedy.
Yeah, with Matt Kennedy. And we are going to talk about GMOs and what we think about them for this online opinion video. The first thing we wanted to talk about, well, first off, me and Sydney are both for GMOs. We consume genetically modified organisms every day of our lives. I don't. I know Sydney doesn't go out of our way to buy natural foods.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive, and it's way too like talked up. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. So that brings us to our first reason why we're for GMOs. It's so the insect resistance. Because of the biotechnology, scientists are able to make these plants more insect resistant. So because of that, they're able to use less insecticides on the plants, and so farmers aren't having to spray fields and things like that. So we're not consuming unnecessary pesticides that are being put on our foods, so it's a little more safe. So because they are genetically modifying these foods in laboratories and stuff, they are able to increase the nutritive value of the foods. Currently in the world, there's 795 million people that are not receiving the proper nutrition they need. So, why are you laughing at me?
It's so windy.
So, with this technology, this could be the answer to like ending all starvation across the world, and keeping like kids from being undernourished. Anyone, so like anyone can get this food. It's creating just
there's more of it.
Yeah, there's more of this food.
Them in large amounts.
Yeah, more crop yields.
It's less expensive.
Yeah, it's less expensive.
They don't need as much water.
Yeah, less maintenance. We've been over this. Jesus, why'd you say it again? What? It also is decreasing the amount of food waste, and it does this because the way these scientists can engineer these foods, it can prevent foods from like browning or bruising and having like other issues like rotting and things like that. So it can help keep these foods, like the longevity of them, better, keep them fresher longer. So again, it's a lot more cost effective, and there's not as much waste from products that aren't being consumed by consumers. Okay, so here's the negatives. Or just some of the things that we thought were interesting. So like, the things that we thought were interesting is like some people buy the natural things because they think that anything that has been genetically modified is like damaged or like unacceptable. It's like they can't eat it because it's not like pure or anything. But I think a big part of that is just an education on their side, because they don't know that, you know, the natural foods like may not be, I don't know, maybe they have more like bugs in them or something. Like maybe people who eat natural foods are eating bugs. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so they just think that just because these foods are genetically modified that they aren't like good for you.
I'm so deep into this.
So deep. If antibiotics are being introduced into our bodies, like if we have to be treated for antibiotics for whatever reason, that they're not going to have an effect on us because we've been consuming like vegetables and other products that have been treated, or not treated, but like antibiotics have been like introduced to them type of thing. I don't know, that's what we got from it, from our research, because we're scientists. Like the biocorn, so we had learned about how like the biocorn is affecting animals like the monarch butterfly larvae, so it could be negatively impacting like certain species of animals, which is really unfortunate. But I think, wow, it's so windy. I think that it's unrealistic for humans to not eat genetically modified food, because if people aren't going to eat genetically modified food, then like we need to do something about the population. So like we do, because if we don't have the genetically modified food, then like we're not going to have enough food to feed billions of people across the world. So like, I don't know, putting limits on like how many people like how many kids people can have, but like it it's just these
You
are
only
like,
get one.
yeah, I mean that was a thing in China, I'm pretty sure. So
There's also a thing on like cloning. People are worried about like cloning's going to be used for the wrong reasons, and I don't know. There can be like regulations and stuff set so that doesn't happen, but I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't know.
yeah, I agree with Sid.
Be wise.
So yeah, these are our thoughts on GMOs. We like them, we eat them, we think they're great, pretty good.
Yeah.